Welcome home, everybody. Welcome to my big comfy chair. So I'm going to be doing a good old Q&A today. Basically, I just posted on my Instagram for you guys to ask me questions, and I said no questions about veganism, no questions about traveling, and no questions about relationships, and to keep it interesting. So I'm hoping that we have some juicy Q's in here. By the way, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Angelina Nicole with 3 L's because the one with 2 L's was already taken. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to. And if you don't, then I guess don't do that. Okay, so I am going to try to go through as many questions as I possibly can. So I'm going to try to rapid fire these questions unless they require a little bit more explaining, but I'm gonna try to do it as fast as I can to get through as many as I can. Okay, so somebody asked, do you do YouTube for a living? Currently, yes, I do just do YouTube for a living. I don't have like an actual regular job. Somebody said, do you have a phobia? I'm really scared of dog fights and like violence, especially between animals, if that makes sense. Most embarrassing story, watch my Reading Your Awkward Stories video and I share my most embarrassing story basically on that video. Worst and favorite memory. My worst memory is probably, sorry, this is like kind of dark and sad, but my worst memory is definitely August 2018, like last August, when my dad called me and told me that my brother had passed away. And my favorite memory, I just have this one memory of me like swimming in the ocean just like in San Diego, and it was, actually no, take that back. My favorite memory is swimming in the ocean in Bali and like floating in this, there was like this crystal clear water and I was like floating and you just looked down and it felt like I was in this like fish tank and there was like tropical rainbow fish like around me, and it was like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Favorite Netflix show? I'm watching The Office right now. I know that's like very cliche, but other show. I've seen so many shows on Netflix and like trying to think of them all at once is kind of hard, but You was really good. The Office isn't a Netflix show, but it's on Netflix. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, also that's not a Netflix show, is it? I'm sorry, I can't think right now about like all the Netflix shows that I've seen, but there's a couple good ones. Dream job. My dream job is basically what I'm doing, just working for myself, but I'd like to have like multiple businesses and also own real estate as like a business, but mostly I want to have a farm with a bunch of animals and like own an animal sanctuary. That's like my dream job, and also be an author. I have a lot of like dream jobs. Plans for the next 5 years. So I'm 21 right now, so when I'm 26, from now until I'm 26, I would say just continue focusing on my business, building my career online, traveling. Don't have any plans of getting married or having children or anything, especially before I'm 26, definitely not. Yeah, owning a van, traveling, hopefully buying property in that period of time, and just continuing like growing my financial and online business and all of that stuff. So personal goals. What's your sexuality? I've answered this question before. Basically, I'm straight, but also I'm open-minded to things, but I'm not like, I don't have any desire to do anything like with a female, if that makes sense, but I'm still open-minded. Like I wouldn't say I'd never do anything, but I'm straight. What's your favorite type of music? My favorite type of music is definitely classic rock, like basically music from the 70s and 60s, like late 60s, early 70s, like the Eagles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Queen, the Doors, the Who, the Beatles, all that stuff. Are there any piercings, tattoos you want? Yes, I actually kind of have some video ideas for this, but I really want to get more lobe piercings. Like I want to have like probably 4 like lobe piercings on each side. I have a second one on this side, but I did it myself like a long time ago. Like I was in 8th grade and I just decided to pierce my ear one day, but I did it way too close to the first hole that I had, so like it's hard to fit multiple earrings in unless, like I have 2 in right now. It only works if they're like hoops basically. But I want to get those, and then I want to get, I forget what this one's called, but it's like the little thing right here. I want to get that pierced. Probably a couple more cartilage piercings. I have one on this side. But yeah, basically just ear piercings. I don't want to get like piercings anywhere else that I don't already have. I have a nose piercing, but I don't have my ring in right now. And then I have a nipple piercing too, in case you guys didn't know that already, just sharing the fact. But I just have one and I don't want another one. Anyways, any tattoos I want? Yes, I have so many tattoos that I want, but I don't really want to share the ideas / designs just because like they're kind of my own. Well, most of them are like my own, or some of them I found on Pinterest, but I don't want people to like take my ideas, as like weird as that sounds. But when I actually get them, I will share them, but I just haven't gotten around to them yet. Someone asked, do you want kids? I kind of think about this a lot, and I think the only, like, I do sometimes want kids, and then sometimes when I think about it, I don't want them, but I think like I would want kids if I was like financially secure, like very financially well off, and had basically like had pretty much done the things I wanted to do. Like I had traveled a lot. I would still travel if I had kids, but like I had done all my like my solo traveling kind of stuff, and I had like owned property already, and if I was already like settled and secure, then I would have kids. But if I wasn't, then I don't think I would want any. Because they're like a big responsibility, and they're also a lot of money. Would you live that van life? I lived the van life for 3 months when I lived in New Zealand, and I absolutely loved it, and I'm actually currently saving for a van right now because I want to move into a van again and live in it. Live in one. Someone said, are you a spiritual person? I feel like you have an open mind with that topic for some reason. Yeah, I would consider myself spiritual, definitely not religious, but spiritual. Like I believe in the law of attraction to an extent, and I believe in like, I like astrology and stuff. But I think all of it has like a limit to the role that it plays in our reality. I think that there needs to be like a good balance between spirituality and like science stuff. Do you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Someone said, where is your favorite place you have traveled to? That's a really hard question because there's like everywhere is so different. Everywhere that I've been is so different and has so many different things to offer. Like the UK is vastly different from like Bali, Indonesia, and New Zealand and Australia are even different in their own ways. I would say, I honestly can't answer that. They're all just so different. I would say one of my favorite places in the world is Big Sur, California, just because it's so beautiful, but I just can't like name one place that's my favorite. Do you watch other YouTubers? If so, who are your favorites? Okay, so my favorite YouTubers are Cody Ko, Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden, Curtis Connor, Ryan Tran. Those are all male YouTubers that I watch. Then I also watch Haley Pham, Avery Ovard. I watch Marley Catherine and Emma Chamberlain, like all those girls, you know, like the little group, Summer McKeen and all them. I wouldn't say I watch them religiously. Like every time Cody Ko or like any of the guys that I mentioned in the beginning upload a video, I will like drop everything and watch one of their videos. What's your favorite type of food to eat, cook when you're happy, sad? When I'm happy, I actually really like to eat really healthy because it like puts me in an even better mood, and when I'm just like happy and stuff, like I feel like eating healthy. When I'm sad, I feel like my go-to is like a vegan grilled cheese or just something like a toasty, like something like that, or like, yeah, I would say like a nice grilled cheese sandwich is like my go-to, or like a quesadilla, something cheesy, like vegan cheese obviously, or just a dessert like a brownie or cupcake. Do you think you'll live in California forever, or would you like to live somewhere else? I would like to live, basically I've lived in New Zealand and Australia. I lived in Australia for a year and New Zealand for 5 months, and I would like to continue doing that in different places and like live different places for like 6 months or a year at a time. As of like settling, I would like to own a house or two or like a property or two in California, but maybe not like live here permanently. Yeah, that answers the question. Someone said, how many phases have you been through throughout your life, and which one was your fave? Okay, I've been through a number of phases. I've been through like a horse girl phase. That's a story. I have a video planned for that, by the way, so stay tuned. I guess like athlete phase, maybe. Was that a phase? I actually don't know. Dude, I went through a lot of phases, but I definitely went through like my vegan health phase. I don't know what was like my favorite, to be honest. Maybe when I was like a hippie. That was kind of funny. I don't know. If you blew money on one big thing, what would you buy? For sure, a van. A really cool, awesome van. That is what I'm saving for. That's what I blow my money on. Will you ever adopt a dog for yourself? I loved your post about adopting. Yes. When I get a van, I'm 100% adopting a dog. Rescuing from a shelter. Not gonna buy from a breeder. Do not do that, please. Please rescue dogs from shelters. There are thousands of dogs getting euthanized every day that need forever homes. So that's like my little PSA for today. Top 5 Trader Joe's items. Okay, I just had the tempura cauliflower the other day. It's like orange chicken. Amazing. 100% recommend. There's that. And then the kale pesto. I eat that like every single day. Oh god. The like vegan tikka masala, I think that's what it is really good. There's so many and I can't think of them right now. The vegan cinnamon rolls are really good, and I don't know, dude, there's a lot. High school experience, what sports did you play? I have a whole video called My High School Experience. The sports I played soccer for a semester. So soccer, field hockey for 3 years, track and field for like 3 years, I think. What are your goals in life? Oh, that's a big question. I want to own an animal sanctuary. I want to own property. I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. I want to have lots of friends, travel, be financially secure, stable, successful, and like own multiple businesses. Favorite movies, any Quentin Tarantino movie, which I know is very cliche, but my favorite one is Kill Bill and also Inglourious Bastards I could watch like a bajillion times. Into the Wild is like my all-time favorite movie. Brokeback Mountain, any Jake Gyllenhaal movie really. Any Jake Gyllenhaal, any Heath Ledger movie, like 10 Things I Hate About You. There's a lot of good movies. I could sit here forever. Scary movies though, Get Out and Hereditary are probably like my 2 favorite. Do you see yourself going to college in the future? I am not going to say that I'm never going to go to college, but as for the time being, I don't have like any plans on going. But like I said, I'm not going to say I'll never go. Like there's definitely a possibility that I could eventually go if I feel so inclined. What is your dream job career if it wasn't for YouTube? Probably to just be like an author / business, like own my own business. Still like the same thing. Like I'm not really planning on YouTube being my career, like my only career for the rest of my life. Like I have other things that I like want to pursue as well. What is one thing you've always wanted to do but never did? I really want to still learn how to like skate in like a bowl, like drop in a bowl and like skate at like a skate park. Like I can skate, like cruise on a skateboard, but I can't like skate if you know what I mean. What's your favorite art form? My favorite to personally do is collage, because that's like the type of art that I like to do and that I do. But in terms of like me appreciating art, I don't really know. I really like ceramics. I like acrylic paint or like resin painting or oil painting. No, do I? I don't actually know. Scratch that. Where are you traveling to next? I want to do some like United States traveling, so that will hopefully be in the nearby future. What is it about Cody-Co's humor that you find so funny? I'm a very like sarcastic / cynical person, and I really like that type of humor. It's like lighthearted and making fun of things that are dumb. Someone said, what were you like in high school? I have a bunch of videos that I made when I was a senior in high school, and I was like super into the vegan movement and really just like healthy and stuff. But I would say for the most part I was just like either a wannabe stoner for like half the year, half of my high school experience, and the next half I was like a super health freak that had like 0 friends. Are you loving any books right now? Currently I am reading How to Change Your Mind by Michael Pollan. It's about like psychedelics. And I'm also reading The Bell Jar, which is a book my mom was reading, and it's basically like really similar to The Catcher in the Rye. So if you like The Catcher in the Rye, which is my favorite book, I definitely recommend it. So far, so good. Do you ever crave anything that isn't vegan? This might sound really weird. The only thing that I ever miss and crave as a vegan would be eggs, and I think the only reason why I crave them is because it's like the only thing that I haven't found like a perfect replica of. You know, you can make like tofu scramble, or they even have like the vegan egg, but I want there to be a vegan version of like an egg that you can like crack and like the yolk is in there and stuff, which I know a lot of people think eggs are gross, and like they are gross, but I want a vegan version, because like cheese, meat, whatever, like not that I really crave meat ever, but if I wanted those things I could just get the vegan version. Whereas like if I want a like sunny side up egg, they don't really have, there's not like, that doesn't exist, like a vegan version of that. Do you know what I mean? What breaks your heart? Climate change, how humans treat each other / the environment / animals breaks my heart all the time. If you could punch 5 people, who would they be? I love this question so much. I mean, this is gonna be like pretty cliche, but I mean, why wouldn't you? Donald Trump for sure. Maybe I would just punch him 5 times. If you could be in any band, which one would it be and why? Damn, that's a really good question. Maybe the Eagles, just because, I don't know, they were all kind of funny. They had a lot of drama though, so I don't really know. I don't know. Who was like the least problematic band? Who is your style icon? Dude, I don't know. Maybe like, Stevie Nicks or something. Just like random people I see on Instagram. I'm like, ooh, I like their style, but I wouldn't say there's like one particular person who's like my style icon, if that makes sense. I kind of get inspired from like different things that I see, not just like one thing. Do you know what I mean? Okay. What is a quality of your personality that you love the most? I would say either my compassion, just for like all living things. That's something that I really love about me. I've always kind of had that ingrained in me. I feel like I was never taught that. It just kind of like is the way that I am. So either that, or sort of like my, I don't want to sound like, I don't know, this sounds weird, but like my non-conformity, I guess, or like the fact that I don't really care about being like everybody else or like fitting in with the crowd. Like I'm pretty much all good with being myself and like believing in what I want to believe in despite what other people think or believe in. Like I'm all good with just like doing my thing, if that makes sense. Do you have a good relationship with your parents? Yes, I have a very good relationship with my parents. Okay, what are your basic favorites? Colors, food, animals, etc. My favorite color is like anything earth tone. which is, I don't know, maybe boring, but I don't think it's boring. I like earth tones. Favorite food, potatoes, mushrooms. Those are like ingredients. Favorite food, maybe like Thai or Mexican. I don't know, that's hard. Favorite animals, a whale. If you didn't have to sleep, what would you do with your time? Just travel and create things. What job would you be terrible at? I would be a terrible barista because I've already tried that and I just can't do it. And also I just don't really care about coffee, so I wouldn't care about making it perfect and people would hate me. What do you wish you knew more about? I wish I knew more about like the way the world works in terms of like taxes and like the legal system and what do you call that? The stock market. I wish I knew more about all of that stuff. Like it wasn't taught in school and no one really taught me about it and I just wish I knew more about that kind of stuff. So, did you always know you would travel after high school or did you want to go to college? I would say up until, I don't know. I can't remember when I decided that I wasn't sure about college. I think I thought I was going to go to college like freshman year and then I think after that I was like, no, I want to travel. I at least wanted to travel for a year after high school, but I still had the intention of going to college. I don't think it was until like my senior year that I decided like, I don't know if I'm really gonna go to college. If you could change your name to anything, what would you change it to? I think I would change my name to something weird like Winslow or something because I like that name. Or something like, yeah, I like Winslow. You can call me Winnie. I think that's a cool name. Biggest pet peeve? Probably when people just walk really slow, or not even when people walk slow, just like when you're walking behind somebody and they just stop like in the middle of the path or whatever, like not even knowing that there's people behind them and they're just like super oblivious to it. I really don't like that when people do that. I think it's because I'm such a self-aware person. I'm like always so aware of my surroundings that I would just never think to do something like that. And so when people do that, it bothers me. What did you think sex was when you were little? I remember this kid in 2nd grade told me that sex was when two people are naked and pee on each other. And that's what I thought it was for quite a while. If you could be one age for the rest of your life, what age would you choose? I think somewhere in my 20s. I like being 21. I think maybe either 21 or maybe a little bit older, like 26. So people take you a little bit more seriously, but you're still like in your 20s. Anywhere in my 20s I think would be good. What's your Myers-Briggs type? Oh, I think it's like INFJ or INJP. Damn it, I can't remember. Favorite show of all time? Probably Game of Thrones at this point. Sorry, but it's hands down one of the best shows ever. Either that or Breaking Bad. If you had a fashion line, what would it be called and what would you design? I don't really want to have my own fashion line where I design stuff. I would rather own like an online store, which is kind of like something that I want to do still, is own an online store where I just sell, like I go thrifting and like go around and like find really cool pieces and sell them online, because I don't really like the idea of creating more stuff. I feel like there's already so much stuff in the world. There's so many thrift stores that are like overflowing with clothes and you just need someone to go out and find all the good stuff and pick it out for you, and I want to be that person. What is your favorite time of the day and why? I really like early morning and I like sunset. Someone said, how much do you party? So I don't really know, like party. It's not like I'm like in college and going to like frat parties. I hang out with my friends like pretty much every weekend, and like maybe sometimes it includes drinking. I don't like go out every weekend. I don't necessarily party that often, if that makes sense. I feel like usually it's just like a couple of my friends just like having some drinks. It's never anything like super crazy. Would you go to the past or to the future? Which year exactly and why? Damn, that's hard. I would like to go to the future just to kind of see what it looks like maybe like 200 years from now, but the past would be cool too. That's hard. I would love to go like really far back in the past just to be like dinosaurs and shit. That'd be great. But also like the 70s, just like actually go to like a Led Zeppelin concert or like The Who, like a beautiful concert, you know, back in the day would be amazing. That's a hard one. I can't give you one answer for that. I'm so sorry. If you could live anywhere, where would you want to live? Probably somewhere in Australia on the coast. Favorite conspiracy theory? Probably all of the conspiracy theories in the documentary Zeitgeist. I definitely recommend watching the documentary Zeitgeist. What's your favorite chick flick movie? I don't know, is 10 Things I Hate About You considered a chick flick? Oh my god. Wait, I can do this. Bridesmaids, amazing. Love that movie. 10 Things I Hate About You is really good. I still don't know if that's a chick flick. Obviously Mean Girls, and then also John Tucker Must Die, which is, I think, a very underrated movie. And if you have not seen John Tucker Must Die, please watch it. If you like Mean Girls, you will like John Tucker Must Die. If your life could be a movie, which one would it be? I want to say Dazed and Confused, but it's like, I wouldn't actually want to live in the 70s. That movie does really glorify the 70s. It does romanticize it a lot. It does look very fun, but I don't think that's actually what movie I'd want to live in. I don't know, probably like Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or like Harry Potter or something like that. I mean, why not? Would you say you love yourself? Yes, I would say I do love myself. It's been a long journey, but I I'm confident in saying that I love myself. That doesn't mean there's not some things that I want to change or improve on, but I do love who I am. Someone asked, how tall are you? I'm 5'3". How would you spend your last day on earth? I would spend it with my family and friends, probably like at the beach. Hopefully it would be a warm day. And I would like swim and just eat like all my favorite foods and just talk about like favorite memories, have a little bonfire, just like have a really fun day. What is your least favorite clothing style? I would say my least favorite clothing style is probably like the city girl chic look, where it's like a blazer and like a pantsuit or something. Not saying it doesn't look good on a lot of women, but it's not my style, and I don't think I would ever feel comfortable in that type of like getup. So it's not hideous and I can appreciate it, but it's just not me. If you had to pick one thing to study in college, what would it be? Probably business or like communications or journalism. What is your favorite thing about living in San Diego? Definitely the weather and just kind of the vibes, I guess, like the people. It's like pretty mellow and laid back. Okay, that was a lot of questions. I hope this video is not too long, and I'm so sorry if it is, but I feel like I pretty much answered most of the questions. There were a lot of repeats and stuff, but I think I got most of them. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.